This video should help me with reviewing how to multiply fractions. So in the first problem we have, a bag of chips weighs a half of a pound. How much will 5 of those bags weigh? So I'm taking 1/2, and I see the word of. Anytime I have that word of, it really means times. So 1/2 times 5. For me to multiply this fraction, I'm going to put a 1 underneath the 5 to make it an improper fraction, and then I do top times top, bottom times bottom. I'm at 5/2, which is an improper fraction. So I'm going to divide to change it back. There are 2 2's and 5 with a remainder of 1. Remember, I'm sliding this 2 over there. So that's really 2 and 1/2 pounds. Try another one. The baby's bottle holds 1/3 of a cup. How much would 10 baby bottles hold? So again, I see that word of, which means times. So I'm taking 1/3 times 10. Put my 1 under there, so I have an improper fraction. Top times top, 10. Bottom times bottom is 3. Got to simplify, because it's an improper fraction. There are 3 3's and 10, which would be 9. 3 remainder 1, and he's sliding over there, so it's really 3 and 1/3 cups. A pencil is 2/3 of a foot long. How long would a row of 7 pencils be? In my head right away, I imagine the pencils are lined up here. I'm not going to draw them all. But I know right away, if this first pencil is 2/3 of a foot, and I do 7 of them, and it keeps coming way out here, I know it's definitely going to be over a foot, so I need to multiply, because I also see the word of there. So I'm taking 7 pencils. Each one of them is 2/3 of a foot. Multiply, top times top, bottom times bottom. I'm at 14/3. Let's simplify. There are 4 3's and 14. 4 remainder 2. Slide my denominator over there, and I get 4 and 2/3 feet. So one for you to try out. Each piece of pie was 1/6 of a pie. The basketball team ate 17 pieces. How many pieces did they eat? So I'm taking 1/6 times 17. Put a 1 under the 17. Multiplying is easy. And I got 17/6. How many 6's in 17? There's just 2 of them, which would be 12. So 2 remainder 5. Bring my denominator over. They only ate 2 and 5/6 pies. Seemed like a basketball team would be eating a lot more than that. Maybe there was a time limit on the contest. A book weighs 5/6 of a pound. How much would 3 of the books weigh? There's my big word of to tell me it's times again. 5/6 times 3. Put my 1 in there. 5 times 3 is 15. 6 times 1 is 6. 15 divided by 6, it goes 2 times, which is 12. 2 remainder 3. Slide my 6 over. 2 and 3 6. I'm going to be a little bit picky on this one. Most people in the audience should see that 3 and 6, I can divide both of them by 3. So I'm going to keep my big 2 because I'm not changing the whole number part at all. But I am going to simplify the fraction. 3/6 is really 1/2. So altogether they would weigh 2.5 pounds. Jeff has 24 horses. 1/3 of them are red. How many red horses are there? This is kind of a joke right here for you guys. Of course, he doesn't paint 1/3 of each horse red. 1/3 of 24 horses. So I'm going to multiply this one out. 1 times 24 is 24. 3 times 1 is 3. 24 divided by 3, it goes 8 times. 8 times 3 is 24. No remainder, thank goodness. So it's just 8 horses that are red. We would not expect for an answer to come back that says 7 1/3 of the horses are red or 5 1/2 of the horses are red. What's the area of the rectangle? To find an area of a rectangle, we multiply width times length. So I'm going to take 1/2 times 3/4. Top times top is 3. Bottom times bottom is 8. Can I simplify? Nope, 3/8. And since it's this area, this is really square inches. So really it's 3/8 of a square inch. This would be a really small piece of something. Give you one to try out that's like that. What's the area of the rectangle? And again, we're taking width times length. Top times top is 15. Bottom times bottom is 40. Oh, one ends with a 5 and one ends with a 0, which means I can divide them both by 5. 15 divided by 5 is 3, and 40 divided by 5 is 8. So 3/8 square inches. Is that what we just had on the previous one? It is. So if you had a half times 3/4, it's taking up the exact amount of room as 5/8 times 3/5. Last one. Bo had 28 bucks. He spent 1/4 of his money on a comic book. How much did he pay for the comic book? 1/4 of his money, of his times again, 28 bucks. Make it an improper fraction. Put the 1 under there. Top times top is 28. Bottom times bottom gets me a 4. 28 divided by 4. How many 4s in 28? There are 7. 7 times 4 is 28. No remainder. This one could have had a remainder because we could have ended up with, like $7.50, but it looks like he just paid $7 for his Incredible Hulk comic book.